Hello everyone, welcome back to another unboxing video. This time it is going to be a case lineup video for the iPhone XS, the 5.8 inch phone. I've got 3 different brands. I got 2 Spigens, a Caseology, and then 2 Apple cases. Now keep in mind, this is a unboxing video of the cases that I think are the best. This isn't going to be like a full-blown, I bought every case off of Amazon type thing that other tech YouTubers do. I think these cases are the best for your phone. I have one new one that I've never used before, and that's this one over here, and it's the Neo Hybrid. We'll get to that in a little bit. But anyway, without further ado, we'll get into it. The first one that we have is the Spigen Tough Armor. Now, this one is one of my favorites. It always will be. There's only one downside to this case, and I'll show you here in a second. But there's that. Throw that aside. And then some paperwork that you don't need. So this is the Tough Armor. I got it in black. There are other colors. This one is going to run you, I believe, $15. But yeah, this is definitely one of the best cases that Spigen makes. So we'll pop it in there. I'll show you what it... So on the XS, this case feels very, very good in the hand. It adds a little bit of extra weight to it. And it adds some a little more width to the phone, adds a little bit more to it. It definitely feels, this case is a little bit too bulky. I have the XS Max, and I have this case on that phone as well, and that case makes the XS Max pretty big, in my opinion, even for someone like me who has fairly large hands. But this makes the XS feel great in the hands. The power button, all the buttons are tactile and clicky, your volume up and down, and then the mute switch up here. It is easily accessible. It's no problems turning the mute on and off. The only downside is that it's got a cutout for the Apple logo. I am probably in the minority. I hate cases that have the cutout for the Apple logo, but the trade-off is the best feature about this case, which is the kickstand. This kickstand is great if you're at work and you need to watch some YouTube videos or Netflix or whatever. Just pop it out, set it down, and then you can do it the other way as well. If you're doing something on the counter and you need a better angle up towards your face, if you're standing up, you can also use it that way. And this snaps right in, so I'll be quiet and so you can hear it. That little click, it snaps right in, so you're not going to have to worry about the kickstand coming undone whenever you shake it. So that isn't going anywhere. But this case feels fantastic in the hands, I gotta say. Still not better than one of the cases that I'm going to show you here in a second in terms of feeling in the hand. But this one, if you're looking for the ultimate protection, it has a raised lip as well that goes up pretty far. And all the cutouts line up perfectly down here. The antenna bands aren't blocked either. So your speaker and microphone cutouts are perfectly exposed, and it's kind of hard to see. There, I'll get it in the light better. There you go. You can easily see that all the ports line up perfectly. So that is the Spigen Tough Armor. Okay, the next Spigen case that I've got is the Neo Hybrid. Now this one is brand new to me. I have never used this one before, so we'll see how it goes. This has got the herringbone pattern, and this is the I got the gunmetal finish because the black looked a little too glossy in my opinion. Didn't have that matte black look that I like. So this is the gunmetal. No kickstand, unfortunately. That's why I like the Tough Armor so much, is that kickstand. But here's your web pattern for shock absorption. Side button over here. Your cutouts. Buttons over here. And then the herringbone pattern right here, which does feel very nice. I do enjoy this little pattern. It has a little bit of a softer feel to it. So we'll pop the phone in. Now this case is a little stiffer around the edges because of that hard plastic rim. And getting the phone in is a little challenging. Okay. So I got the phone in the case. I was able to be smarter than the case. But there you go. Raised lip for the camera. Your buttons, they're clicky and tactile. The Tough Armor, those buttons are a little more recessed. These pop out the side of the case, so you can definitely feel that they're there. The mute switch, easily accessible, no problems getting to that. The volume up and down, easily touched, and there's the bottom cutouts. All of the microphone and speaker grills are perfectly exposed, as well as your charging port. Everything lines up perfectly. Again, this one feels great in the hands. It doesn't have a cutout on the back, so there's no just random hole sitting there on the back of the case. It has more uniformity and continuity. So I do definitely enjoy that. This case is definitely a winner, in my opinion. This one is going to run $14 as well. This is $14.99 on Amazon. So this is the Neo Hybrid. Definitely recommended. I'll definitely be using this one. Okay, next case. Moving on to Caseology. This is the Legion series. I have this one for my 10S Max. It is a fantastic case. I highly recommend anyone picking up this one. This one you can get on Amazon for, again, $15. Paperwork that you don't need. And then here it is. That's the inside of the case. Here's the back. It's got a hard shell right here, and then a TPU material up here for the corners. When you drop it, it'll be better for shock absorption. This is a one-part case. This isn't a two-part kit. Well, actually, it is a two. Well, I don't recommend trying to pull this apart, but you can if you want to. It already comes assembled. There's no need to pull it apart. Pop the phone in. Again, this is probably my favorite Caseology case just because of how easy it is to take on and off. And the buttons on it all feel great, as well as the mute switch hole is probably the biggest out of all of the cases. But here it is. There's the back. Just a solid black / kind of really dark gray two-tone type look. The camera is recessed back into the case, and it has a raised lip. By the way, I forgot to show that the Neo Hybrid case does have a raised lip as well. So these are all these cases will offer protection for putting your phone down face down. But again, this is my favorite Caseology case. The buttons on here feel great. They're very clicky, very responsive. It's just an all-around good case for 15 bucks. There are the speaker, charging, and mic ports. They're all perfectly exposed. They all line up. Mute switch easily accessible, and this case has these little raised edges right here on all four corners. So when you put it down, it offers even more protection for your camera as if it needed it. It's pretty far recessed into the case, but just another added layer of protection for when you put your phone down like that. You can easily put it face down without having to worry about anything scratching your screen or breaking it. Definitely highly recommended. Feels really good in the hand. Adds not too much extra weight like the Tough Armor does, but it does add a little bit. So that is the Caseology Legion series. Next up, we've got the official Apple leather case for the iPhone XS. This, by far, feels the best in the hand out of all of these cases. It is up there with my favorite cases. It's what I use the most out of all of these. The reason it feels so good is because it's real leather. It ain't pleather at all. This is the real deal. And it complements the gold nicely. I went with black. They have an assortment of colors. The downside to this case is that it's 50 bucks. Straight from Apple, it's $50. You definitely pay the Apple tax for this one, but man, in my opinion, is it worth it. This case just feels so premium. It feels like you got an Apple device in your hand. All the buttons perfectly responsive. Mute switch, it does look, the hole is pretty small, but it is still easily accessible even with someone with larger hands than their thumb. You can easily get it in there. The one downside to this case is the bottom part is completely exposed, so you won't have any protection when you drop it. If it lands like this, you're not going to have any protection for the stainless steel band that houses the phone. And you're not going to have very much camera protection. There is hardly any raised lip for the camera cut out here. But the trade-off is just how amazing this case feels in your hands. I cannot stress it enough. This is my favorite case to hold. This is my favorite case to put on any iPhone. If you're willing to fork up 50 bucks, this is the one that you want to get. Get the official Apple leather case, and especially for the XS. Just, man. And I won't keep raving about it, but it is definitely worth it in my opinion. So that is the official Apple leather case. And last up, for the case opening, I had to get the smart battery case for the iPhone XS. I didn't get one for the Max because the Max already has fantastic battery life, and in my opinion, you don't need the battery case for the Max. So, as usual with any Apple unboxing, it's very simple. Just slide it out. There's a little bit of paperwork here. Slides right off like that. It's just instructions on how to put the phone in. Some more manuals and paperwork that you don't need. No Apple stickers, which, I mean, that's fine with me. I never use Apple stickers ever. I just got a pile of them sitting in my drawer. But this is made of silicone. Now, how it differs from, I don't know why, but for some reason this silicone feels different than the regular silicone cases from Apple. I don't know what If it's made of a slightly different material or not, I honestly don't know. But this part bends back for whenever you slide your phone in. And then there's a charging LED right here. Unfortunately, Apple ships these dead, so that's the easy installation right there. Make sure everything is set in there. Here's your mute switch, easily accessible with your thumb and your index finger or any other. The side button does feel a little mushy. I don't know, your mileage may vary depending on the case, but the side button on my case seems a little mushy. Maybe it's just because I'm not used to the Apple silicone cases. This is my first silicone case from Apple that I've ever tried, because the regular ones just don't feel good in the hands. And the same feeling with the volume up and down. It feels like you got to press them a little harder. And then back here you have your lightning port. This features pass through, so you can use your ear pods if you need them. You can plug in the adapter, listen to music. It's not going to affect that. It also features USB power delivery, so you can fast charge. It also features wireless charging, and I will show that off in the battery case video that I'll be making about this. The speaker right here and the mic holes line up perfectly. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's the black case, but just you're gonna have to trust me that they do line up. And you'll see once in the battery case video that I make all the software integration that comes with it. But I figured if I'm doing a case unboxing, the Apple battery case just came out, I might as well feature it in this video. But in terms of protection for the screen, there is a raised lip, so you won't have to worry about that. But overall, this case, I would say pick this one up. It's $129. Again, you're paying the Apple tax here, but you're paying the Apple tax for the best battery case in the game, in my opinion. If you have an iPhone and you want a battery case, this is the one you want. So anyway, that is going to do it for this unboxing video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll leave links in the description for all of the cases so you can easily get to them. But that'll do it. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It helps me out. And comment below if you have any one of these cases and which one you enjoy the most. But that's it for me. As always, have a good one.